In circa 653 BCE, Ashurnanipal's Assyrian warriors marched against Elamite forces in a bloody battle that would end in the death of the Elamite King's eldest son and the king himself. This is the Battle of Til Tuba, also known as the Battle of the Ulai River. Ashurnanipal, king of the Neo-Assyrian Empire, sent his army to face his rival, the Elamite king Toyman, because the latter king had usurped the throne from a rival branch of the Elamite royal family after that king had died. The true heir of the Elamite throne then fled to Assyria to ask for Ashurnanipal's help. Toyman ordered that the fleeing royal should be sent back to him. Ashurnanipal refused, and war was declared. The battle that ensued was detailed on a huge piece of artwork detailing the battle and the aftermath, which once decorated Ashurnanipal's palaces. Whilst the huge panels showed the crushing force of the Assyrians over the Elamites, it details with captions or epigraphs the main narrative of this tale: the defeat and bloody end to Toyman and his eldest son Tamaritu. It details Toyman and his son trying to fight off the Assyrian soldiers, but are thrown from their cart. Toyman is then wounded by an arrow. They both then try to flee to a nearby forest, but are soon surrounded by Assyrian forces. Toyman kneels, wounded, next to his son and tells him to pick up his bow and fight back, but he is struck by a mace, and both him and his father are beheaded. The heads are then immediately transported back to King Ashurnanipal. The remainder of the Elamite soldiers are then defeated and driven into the river Ulai to drown. Vultures then begin to pick at their remains. With the encouragement of Ashur and Ishtar, I killed them. I cut off their heads before one another. Head of Toyman, king of Elam, which a common soldier in my army cut off in the midst of battle. Back in Assyria, a celebration of triumph. 2 ambassadors arrive from the kingdom of Urartu to greet the king. They are witnesses to the captives being paraded around the city with the heads of their own people, humiliated and punished in a violent, grisly manner for treason, and an example is made to not rebel against Assyria. Like the onset of a terrible hurricane, I overwhelmed Elam in its entirety. I cut off the head of Toyman, their king, the haughty one who plotted evil. Countless of his warriors I slew. Alive with my hands, I seized his fighters. With their corpses I filled the plain about Susa, as with Baltu and Asagu. Their blood I let run down the Ulai. Its water I dyed red like wool.